When you are PMP certified, you have worldwide recognition of your knowledge of project management. Obtaining the PMP certification demonstrates proof of professional achievement. When you are certified, you have a great understanding of the PMBOK's knowledge areas and processes, thus improving the way you manage your projects. Obtaining the PMP certification increases your marketability when applying for a new project manager job. Certification also displays your willingness to pursue growth. Holding a PMP certification helps increase customer confidence that they are hiring and working with a professional who thoroughly knows and is experienced in the project management. Let's now look at the PMP examination and its components. The PMP exam is not an easy test. It allows for 4 hours, which is the amount of time it should take you to really think through each of the 200 multiple choice questions provided. These questions are randomly generated through the PMI system, and you never know which type of questions you will get. Every exam is different. You could take the exam the same day as someone else, and you could end up with a small amount of calculation questions while they get tons. Note that even though there are 200 total questions, 24 of these questions are pilot questions, which means they do not count towards your exam score. The hard part about this is that you will not know which of the 200 questions are the pilot questions. Therefore, you'll need to answer all questions as if they count. These pilot questions are put into the exam to evaluate if they make good questions for future exams. Each of the questions on the exam will be multiple choice with 4 possible answers to choose the correct one from. The best tip for these questions is to choose the best answer according to the PMBOK guide. Therefore, it is very important that you have read through the entire PMBOK guide a few times prior to taking the PMP exam. And although it is stated that you need approximately a 62% on the exam to pass, nobody really knows for sure. I believe that you have to have a passing or proficient score for each of the knowledge areas on the test, and not just an overall passing score. This means if you score very proficient in one knowledge area and not proficient in another knowledge area, it is possible that you will fail the exam overall. Due to this, you should make sure to know all 10 knowledge areas inside and out prior to taking the exam, and you should shoot for a 90% or above on all practice tests that you take prior to taking the exam. This slide displays a quick breakdown of the approximate percentages of the test and how the questions are broken down. Due to the executing, planning, and monitoring and controlling process groups making up the majority of the test, you should know these process groups for all knowledge areas the best. Your roadmap to becoming a PMP is easy. You should begin with taking this PMP course and/or attending one of our PMP workshops to better prepare for the exam. You should go to the PMI website and register as a PMI member for all the reasons I previously stated. You should also get all of your project management experience information together and submit the PMP exam application to PMI, because without it and their approval, you cannot even schedule to sit for the PMP exam. Once you get the approval for your application, you should locate the nearest Prometric exam center and book the exam date. Note that you will need to pay for the exam when you book it, so make sure you're available on that date. And upon passing the exam, you will be notified on the computer screen immediately, and the Prometric location will print out the passing paperwork for you along with the different sections of the test and how you performed, for example, proficient or very proficient. The testing center will submit your score to PMI that day, and you will be notified by PMI via email that you have passed. PMI will then mail you your certification to your home address.